Well, they said that what happens with the Agent Orange, it takes probably 35 to 40 years before it will show up. And their intentions were that most of the people that were over there would probably never live that long to see the effects of it. They took me to Vietnam, and then when I got to Vietnam, that was in 1972. Went in August of '72, and then we spent another 6 months in Thailand. Well, in 2006, I started having problems with my legs. My right ankle started giving me problems. Then it went into my left ankle, and it just started coming up my legs. It ended up, one doctor comes in there and he looks at the bottom of my feet and he goes, "You've got gangrene." They went in and said, "We're going to have to take your foot off." And I said, "Well, if that's what we got to do." A couple months, they come back and they said, "We didn't. We got to go back in." Said, "It's still got the gangrene in it. In fact, your left foot now's got gangrene in it." And they said, "We'll probably have to take this one off below the knee, and eventually we'll have to do the other." And I'm going, "Well, you sure they both got to go?" And he goes, "Yeah." He said, "If you don't," he said, "You won't live much longer, you know." But through all this procedure, then they come back and said, the only thing we can think of is Agent Orange, Vietnam, Thailand, because you were in two places that had sprayed for the Agent Orange. After that, everything started going wrong. I mean, arthritis, started getting cancer in my throat. I got a tumor on my right kidney, and I started having heart problems, and everything was going wrong within this like a 6-month period all at once. So went back to the military, and they said, 30%. They said, "We give you 30%. What about my legs? Well, we can't really say that was from Agent Orange, that. And I said, "Well, it's in the doctor's records." And, when I went through the hospital, and I was in the hospital for 76 days. And they go, "Well, we'll have to check into that, And they said, "Yeah, we're going to raise you up to 50%. And I'm going, "I'm not 100% disabled." So I went in and started reading up on it. Well, I found what was going on. And I finally figured it out, but I didn't have nobody to help me. Well, that's when I found the clinic, yeah. And my whole world changed.
I don't understand how you could look at all of that and say that he was not 100% disabled or didn't need aid and attendance, but they didn't want to combine them. You make this ultimate sacrifice, mind, body, all of it, and they still say no.
That was our lifesaver, Charlotte. She came in and did a wonderful job.
Just needed someone to do something. He had the information, somebody's got to apply it and do something, and that's why this clinic is so important.
Have you checked your bank account lately?
No. The figure here is $196,352.32.
I did not think that something this small would wind up being worth $200,000. Something a student does, being able to change someone's life like that, I mean, that's unbelievable.
I just thank you all so much. I can't thank you enough. I know that. Charlotte, she's just wonderful. Everybody's wonderful. I mean, everybody that put any time into this. And I hope more people come to you that really need it and deserve it, because it's there for them. They just need to, start fighting for it.
He says I changed his life, he changed my life, so.